What if the love you feel already happened in another life? Today, the sky opens a portal that could turn your love life upside down. But not with drama, with depth. Venus has just aligned with the North Node in Pisces, and that activates something you can't control. The kind of connection that transcends time. That feeling of having loved someone before you even met them. What if what you're feeling right now isn't an illusion? What if it's your soul's true calling? This conjunction doesn't come to heal the past. It comes to set you on the right path. And that means choosing who your soul really wants to walk with from now on. Today, anything that isn't true won't last. Venus represents love, connection, and values. The North Node represents the soul's future, the direction you're heading, even if you don't realize it. When these two meet, the sky sends a clear message. What you love must align with your destiny. And if it doesn't, you'll feel it. You might fall in love with someone right now, or reconnect with someone from the past with an intensity that defies logic. But beneath it all, there's a spiritual question. Does this bond bring you closer to or further from your purpose? This conjunction reveals love is no longer about chemistry, it's about direction. Maybe you've met someone recently and felt something that made no logical sense. A recognition, a peace, a chill, a deep dive into their eyes, or even a familiar discomfort, like meeting an old love or a lesson you thought you'd learned. That's what this conjunction activates: spiritual recognition between souls. There doesn't need to be a backstory, words, or certainty. The soul feels first. The mind catches up later. It could be a dream about someone you haven't seen in years, a random memory, a sudden reunion, a message that pops up by accident, or a strong intuition saying this person will play an important role in your journey. During this transit, trust the feeling, because the universe is speaking to you, and it's using love as its language. Have you ever looked into someone's eyes and felt like you were coming home? Felt a presence so familiar, it seemed to have been there before you even arrived. That's what we're talking about. During this transit, the body feels first, a chill out of nowhere, a silence between two people that says more than 1,000 words, a déjà vu so vivid it feels like a scene from another lifetime. And the most intense part, you might feel drawn to someone who isn't even your type, but something in them stirs subtle memories. Something hits your emotional field in a completely different way. These connections don't follow logic. They follow vibration. And sometimes that vibration doesn't come gently. It hits like a wave, like an impact, like a soul tug. And that's exactly why you need to stay conscious. Because what feels unexplainable might be the return of an old promise. And the question is, are you ready to fulfill it now? Not every love is meant to last, but some show up to realign you. During this transit, you might experience connections that don't exist to complete your romantic storyline, but to redirect your spiritual path. These are connections that show you what still needs healing. Return parts of yourself you gave up to please others. Confront you with choices you've been avoiding, or simply pull you out of places you were never meant to stay. Venus with the North Node doesn't bring shallow love. It brings mirrors, guides, lessons. And the beautiful thing is, not all of these relationships are painful. Some are healing, light, but so deep, you realize you're being taken exactly where you're meant to go. So pay close attention. Who's showing up right now? Who's coming back? Who's revealing themselves in a new way? The relationships in this phase are compasses. but you need to stop and read the right direction. Here's a hard truth, but one that needs to be said. Intensity isn't always a sign of spiritual truth. Sometimes it's attachment. Sometimes repetition. Sometimes it's an emotional trap disguised as a cosmic connection. And in this transit, with Venus and the North Node in Pisces, the risk of mistaking surrender for illusion is high. Pisces heightens sensitivity, but it can also fuel projection. You see in the other what you want to believe, and you call it a soulmate, when really, it might be a reflection of what you haven't healed. So here's what to watch for. Does the connection bring you peace or throw you off balance? Do you feel presence or dependency disguised as depth? Are you seeing the real person or just the fantasy you created about them? Soul connections exist, and yes, they can be intense. But the main sign of a healthy spiritual connection is simple. It makes you grow. It aligns you. It frees you, not chains you down. That's the most important standard you can apply right now. Because Venus with the North Node doesn't want you to lose yourself again. It wants you to finally find yourself with someone who walks with you, not drags you. Have you ever wondered why some relationships just don't flow? Even when there's love, why certain connections seem to have everything, chemistry, history, feelings, but still keep hitting a wall? The answer might be this. Your values and your destiny are pointing in different directions. Venus rules values. The North Node rules the soul's path. And this conjunction in Pisces makes it clear, if what you value isn't aligned with your evolutionary path, love stalls. That's why, during this transit, you need to be radically honest with yourself. What do you truly value in a relationship? Are you in connections that respect those values? Or have you been bending too much to hold on to something that deep down no longer represents you? This conjunction doesn't show up to punish you. It shows up to reveal where what you value builds the path, and where what you tolerate pulls you off it. And if you're willing to listen, you'll understand. Loving isn't enough. You have to love in a way that honors who you're becoming. Some people cross our path, and it feels like pure coincidence. But deep down, you know, that moment had timing, place, and purpose. During this transit, those coincidences increase. Unexpected encounters, reunions out of the blue, connections that appear from nowhere but hit deep. These people don't show up by chance. They're activators, mirrors, portals, and each of them forces you to choose. Will you repeat the old story or write a new chapter? That's the beauty and the responsibility of a predestined meeting. It doesn't force you into anything, but it offers everything. If you're willing to choose with awareness, these days might bring big decisions. Stay or go, begin again, or end it for good. Trust the connection, or listen to the signs your body is screaming. The sky delivers the encounter, but the choice is always yours. You didn't come into this world just to be in a relationship. You came to evolve. And love, when it's real, helps you do exactly that. This transit brings a clear message. The love that matters now isn't the one that completes you. It's the one that transforms you. Transforms how you see the world. Transforms how you treat yourself. Transforms your ability to open up without losing yourself. Venus with the North Node isn't looking for perfect relationships. It's seeking conscious ones. Connections that invite you to grow, even when it's uncomfortable. Relationships where you can look at the other person and say, with you, I don't have to pretend, but I also can't keep hiding. That's what true evolutionary love is. It doesn't make everything easy, but it puts you on the right path. And if you're paying attention, you might already be living it. This is when it all clicks, not with logic, but with vibration, with that silent spark that happens when you pause and feel. Maybe it comes as a dream, maybe as a chill, a phrase someone says, a memory that resurfaces out of nowhere, or maybe it's just a look, and you know in that instant that this person has a role on your path. This is the peak of the Venus North Node transit in Pisces, the moment when you understand why certain encounters happened, why certain pains existed, and why now you need to choose differently. You don't need to announce it to anyone. You don't need to post it or share it, but you need to know. You need to feel it. You need to own this silent choice in front of the universe. And when you do, something inside you shifts, because it's no longer about just moving forward, it's about moving in the right direction. If you want to know where your destiny is leading, look at who you're loving, because the love you're attracting now reflects exactly where your soul is vibrating. And if you're choosing connections that lift you up, challenge you with kindness, that offer presence, truth, and transformation, then yes, you're on the right path. But if you're still holding on to connections that drain you, that paralyze you, or make you shrink, maybe this conjunction is here to show you it's time to shift. Love with purpose doesn't trap you, it frees you, it guides you, it heals what you didn't even know needed healing. Today, look more closely at what you're feeling. Look more clearly at who's by your side or knocking at your door. Because the universe is whispering something through these connections. And if you listen with your heart, you'll understand it was never a coincidence. If this video stirred something in you, a memory, an intuition, a shiver, drop it in the comments. I'd love to know what sign your soul picked up on. And of course, if you want to keep receiving messages from the cosmos that speak straight to your journey, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Here, every week, we decode the signs of destiny together. See you in the next one.